How's it going, YouTube? Today I'm going to be showing you how to take off and install both wheels on this, let me say, the 2013 Honda CTX1300. Yeah, Honda CTX1300 Deluxe. So, I believe I've done one of these before, but if I have, it's been a while, so it'll take you long. It is a shaft driven, which I don't know why people think makes it harder. It's actually easier. The shaft driven, you got to deal with the drive as far as chain or belt. It's a lot easier. Anyways, let's get started on this and show you how to get it done. Alright, first thing we're gonna do, I got a 1 1/16 socket. We're gonna take this axle nut off. Nut and washer. That should be it. This side, yep. Let's go to the other side. Alright. First thing we're gonna do on this side, there's a pinch bolt, clamp bolt for the axle right here. It's kind of under here. It's a 12 mil. You gotta loosen it up. You don't have to take that one out. So. Then here is a bolt for the caliper bracket. I believe that one is a 8mm. I'm going to take this one out. Make sure your Allen goes in all the way. Don't want to end up stripping it. Zip it out. Should be good. Oh, see. When I'm going on the other side, I'm knock the axle out. There we go. Oh, there's a washer. Where'd that go? That probably went between the swing arm and the caliper bracket. What you do is lift up. What I'm going to do is just spread the brake pads open just a little bit. Lift it up and out the way. Take the spacer out, which is dirty. And slide the wheel off the drive hub on the other side. I gotta lift the bike up some. There we go. Spacers on this side. That's it. Let's go do the front. Alright, now on the front, first thing we're going to do is take a 22mm, crack our axle bolt loose. Take that out. Now there's two pinch bolts right here, and there's two on the other side, I believe. Yep. We're just going to crack those loose. Don't need to take them out. Make sure your Allen's seated. Grab our 12mm. Take out our two caliper bolts on each side. And once we get those out, we'll slide it back, twist it, open them pads up slightly, kind of roll it out. Next, what I like to do is I take the old axle bolt, kind of get it in a couple threads, give it a good tap. so we can't pull it out by hand. There we go. Roll it forward. Spacer on this side, spacer on the other. I like to set them down on the side they came off of. There we go. Ease it out. Alright, when I come back, I'm going to show you how, after I change the tires, I'll show you how to put these bad suckers back on. Now it's time to put the wheel back on. First thing you want to do before you leave the shop, before you even leave, wherever you need the tires changed, is to make sure the tires go in the correct direction. Okay? This one's easy. It's got an ABS sensor ring. ABS sensor is on the left, or I'm sorry, the right side of the bike. So, ta-da, you can tell. You know, and if you don't have one, there should be somewhere in the on the wheel here. There's an arrow that's casted into one of the spokes. Tells you the direction of rotation. Make sure you check that before leaving the shop. This way, save you a trip in case they messed up. Then we're going to take our spacers, put them back in. Slip it forward. Grab our axle. Lift up the wheel. Stab the axle in. There we go. Take our axle bolt. Just tighten this thing down. What's happening is the axle's spinning. So, there's two ways of doing this. We got this axle nut tool or socket. That's one way to hold the axle from spinning. Another way, if you just lightly take one of these pinch bolts and just kind of lightly tighten down on it, tighten this axle down, loosen it up, loosen this pinch bolt back up, and try to tighten it back down again. So, now if you want to know your torque specs, go look them up. See, I got it pretty tight right now, so it shouldn't spin. There we go. Alright, take our 6mm. You tighten these pinch bolts, you're going to tighten the outside first. Now these, I know these aren't very tight, or they don't, the torque is not that high. Do your inside, go back to your outside, and torque it. That's it. Let's do the other side. Now we're going to put our caliper back on. First thing we're going to do is check the brake pads. Those look good. Make sure they go on there. Grab our bolts. Tighten these now. To the other side. There we go. Give it a spin. Pump the brakes up. Good to go. Let's go do the back. First thing again, we're going to check our rotation, our splines. Make sure they've got a little grease on them, which we're good here. But that tells us what side, so we're good here. The first thing I'm going to do is put the bike in gear, because this way, when you go to put, if this is not lining up and you go to spin it to try to line it up, the hub's going to spin. But if it's locked up, it won't spin as. Pop the bike in gear. Doesn't matter which gear. Wiggle it in. Now you can lower the bike if you want, it's up to you. Move it around until you find it. There you go. Got engagement. We're good. Let's move you a little closer. So what we're going to do is take our spacer, stick it in. And now our brake caliper, brake pads look good. Gonna get it down there. There we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm temporarily put this in here. Slide it through. There we go. Grab this flat washer between the swing arm and the caliper bracket. Get it started. There we go. And take our 8mm. Oh, yeah, 8mm. We're going to tighten up this bolt. Again, make sure the Allen goes all the way in. There we go. Then, I'm going to go on the other side. Take our axle nut and washer. Stick it in. Get it started. Take her. Tighten it up. Now the axle's not spinning here, but if it does, you do the same thing as the front. Grab your axle socket tool, stick it in the other side of the axle with a ratchet to hold it from spinning. There we go. Let's go back to the other side. Tighten up our pinch bolt. Again, doesn't need to be super tight. We're going to pump our brakes up, put it in neutral. This should, come on, neutral. There we go. Spins good. We'll pump the brakes up, check those, but that's it. There you go, guys. 2013 or 14 Honda 1300 CTX. Let's get that one. Yeah, CTX Deluxe. Both wheels. I showed you how to take them off, put them back on. Not too hard. Other than like no special tools. Maybe the axle tool, which are like $15, $20. Other than that, basic tools. No really large sockets. So all in all, it's pretty easy. Took the saddlebag off. You're gonna have to take the saddlebag off at least on the left side of the bike. Make things a lot easier, especially getting that brake caliper. So, what else? There's something else I wanted to say. That's not. So anyways, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, be nice, gentle, and make sure you subscribe for more. I'll see you guys later. Adios.